What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Jakks-Pacific World of Nintendo, and here we have Link from Legend of Zelda. As you can see, Link comes with the Master Sword, the sheath himself, and a mystery accessory. Really nice packaging. There's a artwork of Link right up there. I'm sorry if the camera went a little too high, but on the back we see not a read-up, but pictures of the figure. It says Link with mystery accessory, 4-inch figure with 13 points of articulation. Collect them all. We have Wario, Mario, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, and Bowser, and that's just Series 1. So I'm really excited I have this guy, so what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him open up, then we'll move on to the rest of the review, so sit tight, everybody. And so here we have Link posed and out of packaging. Now let's get a good 360 of him. Really nice detail on Link, although I do have my nitpicks about this Link, and I'll get to that as the review progresses. And my biggest nitpick with this Link is he's so short. Like I said, I'll get onto that in a little bit. First, let's talk about what he comes with. He does come with his sheath. There's a lot of nice detail on his sheath. You can see it's all molded. It's painted like this yellowish gold. He also does come with the Master Sword, which comes out. It is a little like the paint could have been better on this side. It was packaged like this, so yeah, I couldn't really see this part of the Master Sword, but a little more care when painting the accessories. Now you're probably wondering, Link looks a little plain coming with just his sword. Well, you know what? He did also come with this mystery accessory, and if you know Legend of Zelda, he normally opens it and a little song goes da 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 da. He comes with a Helion shield, and this is a really nice piece of. The eagle, unfortunately, is just painted on, but everything else is molded on here, from the ribbing to the Triforce. Really nice, and that pretty much completes Link. Now, a few minor nitpicks that I personally have with him is his scale. He's not really my figure size that I like collecting. You know, I picked him up because I love Legend of Zelda, but he's kind of short. If you don't believe me, let's move his accessories off to the side for a moment. And let's bring in Yoshi, and as you can see, Yoshi towers over Link. It shouldn't be that way. Yoshi's like supposed to be that tall to Link where my finger is, and this is a giant Yoshi if Link's ever seen one. So yeah, he is on the short side, and I really don't like too small figures, but you know what? He does fit into a 3 3/4 inch figure, so Queen of Dragons will love him. But anyway, going on to his accessories. He can hold all his accessories. There is a little hole in his back. There's a peg on his sheath, and you just peg that in, like so. It doesn't peg in all the way, which kind of bums me out. Add to it, you really can't have it sitting at the proper angle unless you turn his head, because his hat bumps into it, and you know, I really wish there was a way to articulate this piece, but you really can't. The sword does fit into the scabbard, but for the sake of the review, let's actually get him to hold it. It does fit nicely in his hand, as you can see. As for his shield, I do have quite a problem getting it to fit into his hand properly. You can see it's supposed to loop into his arm, and then he's supposed to hold it with his hand. However, I can't seem to get his hand into this piece right here. I can get, you know, his hand in here if I finagle. Is that even a word? I don't know, I'll make it one. Yeah, I can get his hand in, but by the time I get to the handle, I just can't figure out how to get his hand in there. His fingers don't articulate, and that kind of bends. I'll figure it out before my final thoughts, but you know, this is a really nice looking figure. I'm gonna say that. He is nice looking. And he has a lot of articulation for being so small. Let's actually get some of his accessories off so we can go on to his detail. I'll leave this on so that I can mess around with it for my final thoughts. But he does have a ball jointed head. You can look up, down, left and right, and tilt his head slightly. His arms are on a ball joint, they go out. Do a full 360. He has no swivel in the bicep, but he has an elbow bend. Bend in the elbow, and from there you can spin at the elbow. He also spins at the forearm, has a hinged wrist that also spins, and it's the same for both arms. He has a swivel in the chest. Looks like it could crunch if you really wanted to, but you know, it's not doing it on mine. Nothing in the waist, although his ab articulation substitutes for the waist. Legs go forward and back, also out. Nothing in the thigh. He's single jointed in the knee, spins at the boot, and has a really nice pivoting in his ankle, so you can get him in a lot of nice dynamic poses. So I'm really liking him. The only thing bothering me is the scale, but I'll go more on that in my final thoughts. So without further ado, I'm going to get him posed up and move on to my final thoughts. So sit tight, everybody. So here we have Link posed for my final thoughts, and just like I said, after messing with this for about 5 minutes, I finally got the Helium Shield in properly. And overall, he's a really nice figure. My only problem with him is his scale. I do not preferably buy 3 3/4 inch figures, and he basically fits into a 3 3/4 inch figure scale. Not saying he's a horrible figure, I would have just preferred him be a little bit bigger, maybe to the scale of Yoshi. I mean, there's a lot of nice detail on him, I just wish he was a bigger scale. Overall, I do recommend Link. He's a really awesome figure if you can find him. The only problem is, Link is short packed 1 per case, which means for every 1 Link, you're going to get 3 Marios and 2 Yoshis. There's 6 figures in every case, and there's only 1 Link. If you can find Link, pick him up. He is worth it. I might not like 3 3/4 inch scale figures that much, but I really do like this figure. He's an awesome figure. He looks nice in my collection. If you don't already have him, go out and look for him. Just try and not pay scalper fee for him, because he is quite pricey scalper fee. If you don't find him, that might be your only means of picking him up. But if you do find him, pick him up. You will not regret it. And this is King Dragons 5000 saying, I'll see you later. Take care, everybody.